Hey everyone, welcome to Nealay at Night here on the Jesse James Beads Facebook page. My name is Nealay Patel and I'm an author and a designer, and I've been designing here on Jesse James Beads for, many years now, and it's always a joy time to time to bring you guys new inspiration, ideas, and quick and easy projects, and I thoroughly enjoy that, and I definitely see the inspiration you guys bring whenever you make projects. If you are unfamiliar with what Nealay at Night is, it's a show that we do here every Monday and Thursday at 6:30 in the evening, and I bring you guys fun, quick ideas that you can make using Jesse James beads. The beads, components, chains, you name it, they have everything, and I'm always excited to open up the packaging, lay stuff out on the table, and show you guys what you can make with it. Most of these are never pre-planned. They do happen spontaneously, and so I think the fun of it is that you guys get to see me make something from scratch. So if I can do it, I know you guys at home can do it as well. So I'm excited about today's project because we're going to be working with a really cool beaded wheel and some tassel and some beautiful chain. But before I get to that, let me show you what we made last Thursday. I love this necklace. We got to use some beautiful beads from the Hills of Taos collection, as well as a beautiful Dreamcatcher pendant. So why don't I quit teasing you and show you what I'm talking about. Here's what we made. So a couple things that we learned in using the fiber cord is that you can actually pierce right through it and use a head pin to create a little hook, a little simple loop, to which we just crimped a Hills of Taos. I didn't even take anything off the string or restring it. It's directly as beaded as it comes. And just hooked it onto a piece of, or that simple loop actually. And again, we just use a beading awl to pierce it through the cord. And then we did the same technique down here. So we added a few extra things. Using a jump ring, we just attached this beautiful Dreamcatcher pendant and some other beads that were from the Hills of Taos collection as well. So we just made a really fun, interesting style necklace. And lastly, we also learned how to glue these beautiful end caps at the end and attach our clasp to really give it a sweet, professional finish for this design. So it's really easy to do, and I am so sorry if you missed that demonstration, but fear not, we actually upload it in a couple different places. So you can check this demonstration out on the website, www.jessejamesbeads.com, and in the top menu you'll find the video tutorials link. And on there we try and stay up to date with all of the video tutorials for sure, and even give you a materials list so that you can find these exact beads and materials if you are looking to make exactly this design. You can also find us on YouTube. So go to youtube.com and search for Jesse James Beads, and you will find us inevitably on there. And please subscribe, destroy the like button, you guys, if you love these videos, and stay tuned for more. So I'm going to flip the camera around and show you what is on my table real quick. There we go. I actually have a little white tape to kind of give me a guideline of my work board. Because I've noticed that sometimes, and I'm sure if any of you have done a live video at home, that sometimes hands just slip and I can't exactly get stuff correctly placed or show you accurately what's on the table. So there we go. Okay. So as I teased earlier, we have this gorgeous beaded wheel. So let me give you a close-up view of that. And it's super sparkly, super colorful, and it's definitely stitched together using thread and needle. So I thought that was a really cool component aspect to that. We've got this really cool tassel that is the Dress It Up, which is super fancy, super colorful. I absolutely love it, and I think the colors just match so well with it. And I actually picked out a couple different chains to work with. This one is a really cool bone color, sort of these little, what's the term I'm looking for? Maybe baubles at the end, makes for really fun, slinky design. And then I've got some of this other chain that's sort of a gear, which I think matches this wheel concept of this beaded wheel. And so I think that will all work together beautifully. So I'm going to keep the technique relatively simple tonight and just make sure that I have a really cool, slick design. So what I want to do first is actually undo the packaging with this. So I'm just going to take it off and put that right over there. And now I can start to assemble my design. So if I have this here, I can actually say that maybe that goes down there, and I think that'll look really simple and elegant, and I can do something a little bit more interesting with my chain. So what I was thinking is that if I have a central area to hang my pendant off of, I can then take these beautiful drop beads, as Alicia Marie has pointed out, which thank you, that's a really great term for them. I think I'm going to cut my chain and do this extra little piece in there and then continue with the rest of the chain upwards. I think that'll make for really fun. So how many should we do, you guys? Maybe like 7? 7's always a lucky number. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So looks good to me. Since we have a little piece sticking out here, I think I'm going to do the same thing up there and just trim it off the link here. Let me get my cutters. Some proper wire cutters. There we go. I'm just using a pair of Xeron cutters. I believe Jesse James Beads has just ordered a bunch of these. These are special. Let me tell you why. They actually have a double blade on the plier area, as you could see. So when you're cutting things, they don't fly out at your face or off the table or anywhere you don't want it to go. It actually just stays inside of the pliers, and I think that's extremely handy for jewelers. As you could see, it's still on my pliers there, so that's a very accurate description of what I'm talking about. Okay, and then I think I want to do 7. I think tonight's theme is just going to be 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It's the number of the evening. That's good. Okay, so I'm going to cut this link off, just like that. And then what I want to do is connect my chain to that, and I can do that simply with just some jump rings. So here I just cut a few out actually, and I'm going to assemble that onto, let's see if I've got my chain nose pliers. There we go. I'm using a pair of ultra thin chain nose pliers. As you can see, these are really super handy for very tiny work, and since I'm using a baby chain here, I'm going to utilize them to help me grasp it. There we go. And I missed this one because it fell off. There we go. And you simply just push your jump ring back together on that chain. So that's easy. So that made for a lovely little connection, and I'm going to do the same to this side. So once again, I will count out, I don't need that one actually. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then over here, I'm going to cut that. And if you do cut away your chain, don't cut away those drops, because you could definitely use them for earrings or anything as a secondary component to your design. Maybe even the backside for the toggle. That's always a great area to put a little accent bead or another hit of color. So there we go. I'm going to unhinge that and stick in my chain on one side, chain on the other. I do want to shake this loose just to make sure that my chain is not going to tangle, which at this point is not really going to be a big deal, only because I haven't connected my chain all the way around. But I think it's great to have as many textures as we've got going on and still have a cohesive design. That's going to work out pretty well, I think. And the colors just go so well together. So now I can kind of connect everything else together, which will look, I think, gorgeous. So let's do this. Let's open up another jump ring. Guys, have plenty of jump rings on hand with this project. Trust me, you'll need every single one of them. And I'm going to count out the 4th link in here, the circle, because that's the middle, since we counted out 7. And simply just connect that. There we go. And then we'll just actually use the jump ring, or the simple loop on here, excuse me, instead of a jump ring, to connect the beaded wheel and our little tassel together. There we go. Very cool. So as you can see, this is going up pretty quickly with our little design here. Now we could just start to complete the rest of this. So I kind of want to count out maybe double what we've got here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. And then shake your chain off. That way they're all lying very flat. And go ahead and trim. There we go. And of course you can make this as long or as short as you like it too. There's no definite rules on this. There we go. Very easy. And I'm going to connect this one to that. Perfect. So, I'm almost done here, you guys. This is exciting. I have another finished piece for you. Again, this is not pre-planned. I kind of had an idea in my head, but I never know if it's going to work accurately or not. Depends on which direction the wind is blowing, I suppose, some days. But certainly, you don't need a whole lot of craziness with Jesse James beads because their beads are already so beautiful. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So we will trim right here. And I think we're ready to attach our clasp. A few notes since you guys are in and tuned in as I'm making this. Bead Fest is coming up, and I'm really excited about this, and we're in the planning phases. And I will be there live in person doing demonstrations, answering questions, and I will be with my brand Silver Silk and More. We'll even do a little pop-up shop at the Jesse James Beads booth. And so it's going to be real hustle and bustle and crazy fun. And for those of you who are in Philly and are friends of Jesse James Beads, please stop by and check us out. Again, we'll have more details on that as they come up. And nobody will be left in the dark, I promise. But we're super stoked about it. And it's such a great opportunity to meet you guys in person as well. Okay, so clasp is attached. Wow, easy, flirty, and fun. I think this is an absolutely fun design. So let me turn the camera back around and hold up for you guys what we just made. That was so easy, and it just made my evening like 25 times more relaxing, I think. But check this out, you guys. Beautiful, flirty, and fun. That's what we're looking for here. Isn't that great? We've got this cool tassel that we learned how to attach to our little beaded wheel. And we've got jump rings galore everywhere. But we cut up our design, our chain here, to create some intricate, I guess a color block for the lack of a better term here, to kind of break up the chain, give it a little bit more interest in the neck rope area, and simply just attach a clasp. So how easy was that? I mean, if I can do it, you guys can, I promise. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed that demonstration. Again, you could check these tutorials out in a couple different spots. First is our website, so go to www.jessejamesbeads.com, and on there you'll find a video tutorials link. You can also check us out on YouTube, so go to youtube.com and find us at Jesse James Beads, and please subscribe if you love the video tutorials and like the videos. And lastly, I was checking out the Jesse James Beads website, and I see that they're giving out free bead mixes, and I actually saw some of the colors which looked familiar because I used them in the tutorials here. So if you loved any of the previous tutorials that we've done and want a free bead mix, this is a good opportunity to check out the website and get the details on that. Otherwise, follow us on YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, and all social media networks. Lastly, if you love me and want to check out more of my work and what I do other than Jesse James Beads, I actually have a brand called Silver Silk and More. I apologize that is backwards, but look for purple if you type in Silver Silk. And as you can see, I'm using a ton of Jesse James beads. But my product is this beautiful knitted wire, and it comes in different styles, different sizes, different colors, and is a huge compliment to Jesse James beads. It all works so well together. All right, guys, That's it for Nealay at Night tonight. If you want to see me again, check me out on Thursday at 6:30. And until then, keep it inspirational, keep it positive, keep it creative, and I'll see you again. All right, bye.